welcome to what is going to be my top 20 animes this year. In the past, I've done top 10 anime movies and top 10 anime series I watched, but I didn't watch many movies this year, and it was mostly the same ones I've watched before. I just rewatched them again with friends. So I didn't want to just rehash essentially the same list as last year, because I only watched I think 3 or 4 movies that I didn't watch last year. So I went with 20 this year, and I'm utilizing VR to its expanses. So some of them obviously don't have a world made in VR chat for them, so I will use something generically close to what the premise or what the setting was. But for any ones I can, I will be in, the world associated with the anime. Obviously the season hasn't finished airing, so the Fairy Tail will not be on the list, but Fairy Tail is one of my favorites, because I love the characters and stuff like that. So we're going to get into the top 20, and I'll at the end have the top 20, and then I have a whole list of all 120 I watched this year over on my Discord. If you want to join the Discord and check the channel there, as it'll be under the animes I watched in 2024 tab. And next year I plan to do more around anime, so expect a lot more, especially with the power of VR, because I can do cool things that I have so many ideas. I'm gonna get them out there. But let's get right into the list of the top 20. Starting off with the top 20 animes I watched this year being Yuru Camp, or I think it's Laid Back Camping or something like that. And the other one I call Yuru Camp, joined by Rin and Natashiko. But it's just a casual little camping farm, slice of life. That's it. Generally just one of those I can kick back and I can either be working on something on my second screen or be playing some chill game or something, so I don't need to fully focus and missing out on fights or anything. So just a solid little slice of life series to watch, something to just brighten the day a little bit. Who doesn't always love some little wholesome content? So just a little solid wholesome show if you ever want to watch it. So on to the next. Welcome to Hokkaido for number 19. A little dating slice of life thrown in there, because I like dating anime, like the romance animes. Again, just another one of those, warms the heart. It's relaxing. It's more less it brings some mix up to when you're watching action animes, and then you watch something more chill, then you watch something more crazy, and then because if you just sit there and watch just action or whatever, I feel like it starts to dilute it a little bit. So throwing in that little curve, I thought this one was super cute, super heartwarming and interesting to watch. So just a solid all-around watch. So yeah, on to the next one. At number 18, we got My Happy Marriage. One that surprised me with how good it was. I kind of went in just expecting your standard romance anime, just needed something. It was has a lot more depth to it than just a standard romance anime. That's why I've rated it so high. I think there's a second season coming or something like that, but so far the show's really good. The dynamic between the main character and the main romance guy is started off very rocky, it seemed like he didn't care, arranged marriage kind of thing, but it's turned into something so much more. It's a really good one of those you have to kind of see it to experience stories, because it's hard to really explain without spoiling too much, because I don't really want to spoil anything. I'm going to encourage people to watch the 20 in my list. So yeah, just go check out My Happy Marriage. It's fantastic watch. You will not be disappointed. At number 17, we got Grimgar, Ashes and Illusions. This is one of those isekai ones, but in, I guess, a recent trend in isekai, instead of it just being one person or something, it was a whole mass group of people. They kind of split off into 2 groups. There was a bunch of people that were super strong and stuff, so they went off in one group and were off and running in the world. And then we had the group that we follow in this anime that's a weaker group of people, kind of misfits, and they have their trials and tribulations of trying to grow as a team. It takes them a long while to accomplish anything, but I like the slower paced one. It's a lot better than the like 0 to hero in 10.5 seconds. So I thought this was a good watch. I enjoyed the character dynamics between the team and stuff like that, including when they had major events happen. Again, not trying to spoil anything, encouraging you to go watch these. It's a good watch. So go. It's on, all these are on Funimation or Netflix. So, whoop. At number 16, we have Zom 100, aka it's a zombie survival, like, oh, zombie apocalypse, everybody's becoming zombies. But instead of just trying to permanently survive or even be serious about it, this guy has a list of 100 things he wants to do before becoming a zombie. So that's his only goal. Once he achieves his 100, he doesn't care. He'll become a zombie, whatever, don't matter. He achieves his list. So he's got this list. He picks up people along the way that join in, and they're trying to complete this list of 100 things as they come up with more and more things as they go along. It's a more like lighthearted, goofy take on the zombie apocalypse, and I like it. It's more of a, it's about what I would do. I don't think I would try to live forever because life would never go back to normal. I would just try to do some fun things for a bit and then go, well, that was fun. So, solid watch. So, go check it out. Next, we find ourselves in number 15 in Kyoto for Rurouni Kenshin, the remake. I think the one issue I had with it versus the original, obviously the animation's a lot better, is we lose a lot of like the side episodes and stuff. And it's where sometimes I hear people complain about filler and stuff like that. But I feel like the early episodes in Rurouni Kenshin really established everybody that joined like the Kenshin group and gave them all like that little bit of extra character. I feel like we're missing that a little bit in the remake. The remake has a more serious tone to it at the start, so maybe that's just what their whole direction is going to be. I'm still excited for the rest of it. I will always prefer the original, so go watch the original if you want, because it's all there. And then if not, wait for the new one. But both are good watches. I prefer the old one. The new one's still really good. At number 14, we have High Rise Invasion. It's one that I watched on Netflix because it was on there. I was watching Netflix for the first month of the year. Was surprised at how good it actually was. Premises, they're in some game or something. I'm not sure. That I'm not 100% sure because I don't remember too much about the world. But they're up on a bunch of rooftops. There's no way to get down, except the only way to get out is a helicopter. And there's these people with these masks that's like controlling them, telling them to like take out people and stuff like that. Pretty cool premise, pretty cool show overall. I enjoyed all the characters and the stories that progressed, and just another really good one that I really enjoyed that shocked me. And oh, it's OP. It's opening. Oh, it's so good. At number 13, we have, I'm gonna butcher this terribly, Fugo Keiji Balance Unlimited. I'll have the name on the screen down below so you can see it. I essentially call it Japanese Batman because this guy has no superpowers, but he's trying to solve a certain crime that was committed against somebody. Again, trying not to do too many spoilers, just kind of setting some ground things with the shows. Just very, very solid characters. The opening for this one also fire like the last one, and yeah, guy just with lots of money and like unlimited money just like buys his way through so many different things. It's got a little bit of goofiness to it, but it's that good mix up in a show to where it's a serious tone show, but it's got that just that little bit that makes it that little bit better. That's why I made it on my list of the top 20 and almost cracked the top 10. At number 12, we have Nichijou. The whole reason I wanted to watch this show is because there's this gif of like a school principal just like suplexing a deer. And that scene was great. The whole show was chaotic craziness. My friend told me about it, aka Link, the one that records with me a lot on the channel. And yeah, it was pure chaos, pure chaotic, but it was so funny. It was so chaotic, and like if I could watch it again for the first time, it would be great, because it was an experience. It's one of those shows. It's a perfect disaster. So that's a good way to put it. At number 11, just missing the top 10, we have Mob Psycho 100, the second season, joined by our favorite detective, or spiritual detective, Reagan. This show is just chaotic and weird, to the point sometimes I'm a little bit like, what am I watching? But at the same time, give me more. That is the perfect example, I'd say, of this show. Is like, it is something weird and so different versus mostly what I watch in anime wise. So I always like having variety in my anime selections, because it keeps everything fresh, a little fresher, a little newer, like little mix-ups and stuff, just to keep things flowing in a certain direction. So I'm gonna watch season 3 next year, so more of this guy is gonna be on my list. At number 10, we're finally in the top 10. I got a cheat skill in another world and became unrivaled in the real world too. So this one may be the most controversial on my list for some people, just because to some people the animation may not be up to their par or something like that, because of Demon Slayer and stuff like that. And don't get me wrong, I can understand that for certain people, but for me, I love, again, the variety, the mix-ups, and something new, something different from most other things that can differentiate itself in a very saturated anime market. So I really have a little connection with the animation. And then the story wise, this being able to travel between a fantasy world and the real world and making money off of it and living essentially 2 lives at the same time, it's pretty cool to me. And there was some big teases going into season 2. So I haven't seen anything if a season 2 is confirmed, but they teased a lot. So hopefully we get a season 2 and they didn't just tease us to leave us on a cliffhanger forever, because I hope this show thrives. I like the story of how he became strong and stuff, but it never changed his psyche. That's always one thing I feel like gets left out in these isekais, or things where people just become, zero to hero. Their psyches just instantly change too. But I feel like this one really delved into how his psyche stayed the same, even though he changed physically and stuff. So I like that aspect of it. Again, more differential from anything else out there. So at number 9, we're at the actual finale of Attack on Titan, like the end, the final, I don't remember exactly what it was called, because I know there's the final season, part 1 and 2, and then there was, so whatever the final thing was, like the ending wrap up thing. I'm here at the Rumbling, reporting live. This show was just so good, like all around. The final season was great. The pinnacle final part, so good. I have it down at 9, which may again be controversial. My top 10 is really controversial maybe to some people, but I just have other things that I just would personally put above it. Not that I didn't enjoy this was one of my favorite things of the year, but there's other things I'd put above it, but still, this was fantastic. And I wish I could have the rumbling playing in the video, because it is playing in my ear. I can hear it right now. Such a good one. Good show. At number 8, probably another controversial one. My top 10 continues to stay very controversial. It's called D4. What was it? D4 DJ, the first mix. It was like an idol kind of thing, but instead of them being just singers and dancers and stuff like that, instead this one they were a DJ group that was and they were in a school, where they held a competition of like tiers of like the DJ groups, and they had to like fight their way up to get in like the special stage at their school's competition stuff. And I don't know, like the animation reminded me of Ruby, aka one of my all-time favorites, so that's a gonna hit soft spot. Had really good music. I love music, so another hitting soft spot. So I thought it's a hidden gem. Maybe people won't agree because maybe it's not everybody's taste, but for me, it was one of those hidden, like crazy ones that I would have. I clicked on it one day on Crunchyroll, was not disappointed. So, you want a good mix-up music one that has good music and just a change up from something you watch normally? D4DJ first mix, and there's a second season. I haven't watched that yet, but I will. So just check that out, you know. At number 7, because I just wanted to make my top 10, I guess, as controversial as possible, putting in a bunch of ones that people are gonna be like, on agreement on probably not agreement on. Number 7, I have Sword Art Online, but the progressive movies. I forgot what the two. I think it's like Aria of the Starry Night or something like that, and I forget the other one. But I watched them both. Fantastic. Like everything you hoped SAO would be, this is it. Better world building. We're moving slower through it. We're like 10 to 12 episodes of runtime through the two movies, equivalent if it was an episodic thing. And we're only up to floor 5, so 10 episodes to get the 5th floor. We're building better connections between Asuna and Kirito. We've got better character building for other characters, like newer characters that were introduced for this and stuff like that. So the animation quality is a lot better, even though it's been a few years, which is crazy how much better cleaner the animation looks and stuff like that. So if you hoped SAO was gonna be good and you kind of fell out of it, go watch the progressive movies. I guarantee you is everything you hoped the OG SAO would be. As since Ordinal Scale, in my opinion, SAO was cooked and cooked and cooked and cooked, and this was like their top tier. Like they are continuing to get better and better and better, putting more effort into it. So SAO progressive movies, both worth a watch. At number 6, we have My Hero Academia, the 5th and 6th seasons. I've still got to catch up on the newest season, but I watched the 5th and 6th seasons this year. It's well animated. I love the variety of characters they have, except for Mineta. Screw that guy. The villains are great, and I like it's not just world domination. They all have like real underlying purposes on why they're villains. They have far more depth than most villains in anything. So I would say I think the show gets way more hate than it does, especially since people say, oh, well, the fan base, every fan base is annoying. And especially when you go out of your way to hate on other fan bases, you're just as annoying as the fan base you're hating on. So stop it all. Enjoy something. If you don't like the fan base, don't be a part of it, because it's probably not even a lot of them. It's probably just a loud minority. And just enjoy things. Stop letting other people's behaviors and stuff dictate something you enjoy or like or anything like that. Because I'm not normally a hero person. I watched like only the first 2 Marvel movies. But I like in this that even when the heroes win, it's really a loss at the end of the day. Like they haven't had a win in like so long. They are suffering, they're fighting, they're clawing, and they just can't catch and win. We know at the end they're probably going to win it all, but they didn't win every 2 seconds, which is nice in a hero thing, because normally heroes always got to win, and it's blah. At number 5, because we got to keep the controversial top 10 rolling, we have A Personal Trip Back in Time for me, and I get to watch it with one of my friends, Char, who records with me quite often and streams with me. Kirby, right back at you. It was a very goofy series. It is on my anime list, so I'm counting it, so you can get over it. And it was a really solid, like 100-something episodes or something like that, or something. I think it ended at 100 episodes or something like that. It was quite a few episodes. Got to share it with a friend, so that's always great. Got to take a trip back in time and just like kind of just remember the good old days. We all love to do. And, don't let someone tell you you can't live the good old days, because you can. You've got to make it happen. Stop letting other people dictate. Again, like I said, the last one, stop letting people dictate your stuff. Do what you want to do. Be you. Enjoy the things you enjoy. Take trips back in time from time to time. Take a look in the mirror, Whoops. But yeah. And then, of course, every time Kirby got a new power up, the entrance of Meta Knight. That is Chef Kirby. He knows how to cook. That was like one of my friend Char's favorite moments of the entire show. At number 4, we keep the controversial top 10 rolling with Way of the House Husband, a former Yakuza top guy or right hand man, just becoming a house husband, just learning to clean and cook and do things, all while still having that grit of a Yakuza member, unintentionally, while he's trying to become this nice down to earth home guy for his loving wife who's out working and stuff. It's one of those animes. It's a little shorter each episode than most animes. It was such a different experience. Again, I love variety. I love differential things that can kind of separate themselves from other things. And Way of the House Husband did that perfectly. It was an amazing show. I would highly recommend it. It is shorter. I think it was 10 or 12 minute episodes or something like that. So it's a quick watch. And it was really, really good. I wish for more of it because it was fantastic. It was a fantastic palate cleanser to anime that I needed at the time. And so good. At number 3, one that will probably still be controversial just because people are really obsessed with One Piece. And I get why. I watched 200 something episodes this year. I'm finally making my way through it. I got through Alabasta. I got through Skypiea. And it was so good. Man, the villain for Skypiea, he is one of my favorite in anime, period. He felt so perfect in that role that they made that character perfect. Luffy and the crew are great. And of course, the reason people love longer animes is because the more time you invest into learning those characters and stuff like that, the more you grow a connection to them. The more, because in a 12 episode anime, it's come and gone. You even if you build that connection, it's gone after 12 episodes. And something like this, 1,000 something episodes, it is, you're going to build a way stronger bond than you do in a 12-minute or 12 episode flyby moment. So far I've enjoyed this show. I'm looking forward in 2025 to really getting deeper and deeper into this. I'm about to go into Water 7. I'm at the start of it. So I'm going to go into Water 7 next. And expect, as I go through the anime, I'm going to start playing some of the One Piece games. Because I love these anime games that are good anime games. So look for One Piece. And its fire openings. At number 2, we have the beauty, the perfect animation that is Ufotable's Demon Slayer. I watched the Swordsmith arc and the Hashira training arc, so I'm caught all the way up. So excited for the movies to see what goes on here at the Infinity Castle with everybody inside. So it's gonna be some crazy times. Muzan, they're coming for you, buddy. But that final season, the Hashira training, the final episode, the entrance of Muzan, perfect. The shot where they're all surrounding him and they do that stop turn thing, I love that shot. That shot is one of my favorite in anime all time now, easily, immediately. And then all of them falling in, their different reactions. Are we about to see, Zenitsu hit his final form, him about to go in the serious mode? Because he goes serious mode. That's gonna be some bad times for those demons they think he's trapped in there with them. No, they're trapped in there with him. But hopefully Zenitsu becomes a better character in this, because I've always had a little bit of dislike for Zenitsu, but the other characters are so good. So I'm excited to see where this goes. I'm excited for the movies. can't wait. And at number 1, there was only one option. This year, there's one anime that dominated most of the conversation earlier in the year and through the mid part of the year and the late part of the year, and that is Frieren. It was, this anime was absolutely perfection. Like it's such a different storytelling, like a different, like it, again, I've said it a lot in these 20, but the refreshing mix-ups, the differentiating yourself from other things in that kind of genre. This one, it hit so many different emotions at once that it was a trip, and it was a short trip so far, but I'm so glad we got a season 2 confirmed, and I'm excited to continue this adventure, because Frieren is just perfection. If you don't like it, I don't know. I know I've said choose your own paths and stuff, but man, this one's, it's one of those ones you gotta watch. It's just so good. But that is my top 20. Number 1 being Frieren, staying in this beautiful place. So, just go watch it and give it a shot. Nope, that's it. That's the list of 20. Let me know in the comments if you have any disagreements. Remember to keep it civil. And remember, it is my top 20, the ones that I enjoyed 20 most. And then it was rough, because like I said in the start, I watched 120 different animes. So narrowing 120 down to 20 was not easy. I cut out a few. I'm like, that one's an old one, so I'm not gonna put that on the list. That one's one I watched last year. That was what I watched last year. So there was a lot of cutting, and I threaded over this for like a week picking this top 20. So, but like I said, going into 2025, I want to do a lot more around anime, including I watched normally 10 animes a month. That's my goal, so I can kind of knock out some of these animes I want to watch and stuff like that. So what I'm gonna do at the start of 2025 or 2025 is I'm going to do, like, when I watch ones that I feel are really, really good, really, really like underrated or something like that, I'll do full dives into them, kind of break them down, kind of, you know, talk about them, just get some more info out there about them. Maybe you give them a shot. And then at the end of the month, I will do like kind of a sit down talk with some friends that are anime fans, and we'll just kind of talk about 1 to 10 animes I watched, and then we'll do like goofy bits and stuff like that. I want to do that this year or going into 2025. So expect a lot more around anime, because I want to expand from just gaming to kind of like all my niche things I like: anime, gaming, wrestling and stuff like that. So I want to kind of branch out, because I want to make friends. I want to make new people to talk to, and just more people to share, you know, something I love with. So, you know, if you're interested, join the Discord. When I'm not streaming or recording or at work, I'm normally hanging out in my general chill channel, and you're always more than welcome to come hang out, chat, hang out, you know, play games with me, whatever. But yeah, thank you for a crazy 2025 or 2024. The growth this year was pretty crazy. I never expected to get anywhere near where I am. So I want to plug harder in 2025 for the people supporting me, because I feel like I want to put more effort in. The more people put effort in, like, the strong support for me. So I want you to feel your support is being valued, not by just me saying thank you, but by me putting in the better effort, putting in more effort, putting in, you know, doing more that I can. Like last year for this, I sat at a desk and just blah, 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 blah. This year, I went around, found words I could use to kind of like talk about it more, kind of put a setting around it versus just sitting at a desk like the droll done 1,000 times model. So thank you. I'm gonna put in effort to show my thanks. That's what I'm gonna do. Instead of just saying thank you, I'm gonna put in a ton of effort, make your support worth giving to me. And yeah, see you guys in 2025, and hope you guys have a great new year.